Welcome to my channel. I'm Benson, and this morning we're going to hit it mid-stride. I'm entering into the space where the chickens are, and normally they come running. Normally you would find, because they see me as a source of food, they come running at my feet. Sometimes I have to kick them out the way. But if you look around nicely this morning, you can see there's a slight change. These two roosters are new, as brothers, and there's the main rooster in the back there, with brown and black and beautiful tail as well for these girls. So let me tell you the story as to why they don't see me as food anymore. We're on to the last stage of their development and training, I suppose. And they started off being fed by me on a daily basis, and they started getting fed less and less, and more we could in some natural processes where they could be fed by compost heaps. And there are 3 of them now, and then there's a worm farm on that side, and there's actually worms under our feet as well, so there's tons of food around. So I just had to teach him to scrabble a bit. So let me just pause this video and maybe just keep going for now, and then added to that, besides the fact that they get fed naturally from compost, they also get fed by a baker down the road. So the baker down the road gives me bread by the dozen, and then I collect it once a week and bring it here. And there's another organization, another bunch of angels that provide food. Got a lot of rice, and that's the Father's House feeding scheme. I'm very uncomfortable with that feeding scheme. So such negative aspects in it. But anyway, here we go. There's just that day. Hey? So there they're all having their meal for the day, thanks to Clarence, the baker extraordinaire. This is a shout out to him. And then the rest of it I will make into bigger chunks, and I will hopefully the crows will get to that. There's tons of them, so that they don't have to get to the eggs that I so carefully. So I'm going to keep feeding, and then I'm going to share some stuff with you that's important. Hey, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to admit to you that this is probably my 3rd time doing this video. There's some audio issues that I want to get through, but it also helps when you go through 3 times, because you eventually filter out the unnecessaries. I'm quite happy to be here today, and for those who know the story, they know that this is a weekly vlog where I try to do an audio version of my little journal process, down, review the week that was, and look forward to the week that I want it to be. I'm very happy to be in a cycle, because once you've got movement, it's just easier to keep going. You've got the benefit of momentum for the scientists out there. Just a bit of a rant. Did 3 markets in the weekend. Don't know how much money I've made. Saw energy of people coming together, products coming together, chutneys, brittle, sesame seed dressings, and I like the space of having people to contact and follow up. That's excitement. There are 3 things that I want to touch on, and firstly, I need to give you a reason as to my location, so what it is that I'm doing, why I'm located here today. This is the chicken yard, and it's peaceful. It's particularly peaceful this time of the day because all the girls are sunning themselves. I'm here because my car broke down. Still broken down actually. needing to get it towed to the mechanic. So if anybody is out there close to Sunnydale, able to tow, let me know. Yeah, I did a strange thing last night, and I'm sure that many of you will be able to identify with it. It would have been level 5, end of level 5 of lockdown. I promised myself that I would at least capture my thoughts, however horrible, back then. So I sat down, typed, deleted, typed, deleted, thought, typed, deleted, and eventually got caught in this cycle. And it took a while. I had a lot of time in my hands, and time actually presented itself as an obstacle. That once it came out, it came out. And last night I read the biggest load of crap that I've ever written. And it was prettied up. I've got some angels that have surrounded me, and one of them is a bit of a ghostwriter and editor. He looked at it and he chopped away all the unnecessary repetitive bits and the vague bits, and I was left with something that resembled something I don't know. And I was faced with the choice: do I just keep deleting it, or do I post shit? I went with the latter option, and I'm glad I did, because it represents how I felt at that time. And yeah, it's a kind of a benchmark, because I think that my writing has improved since then. I want to hop into another space, and before I hop, let me have a sip of coffee. Even though I'm not in the cafe, I still have good coffee nearby. I want to introduce Anthony's Golden Cup to those people who know his story. You're very lucky. He's been existing for 35 years, has been located in the CBD in town, a few places, and I met him about 20 years ago, and I consider him to be the godfather, my godfather of coffee. I can't tell his story because I'm in his story. I need help to get perspective to be able to tell his story. I drove out last Tuesday. For those who can remember, it was pouring with rain. Sat him down, put cameras on him, and got him to tell his story. And now I need to be authentic in the sharing of this story, and it's hard. It's the same with Andrew Jenkins. He's a bird person of note. Studies peregrine falcons and everything, all appreciation of raptors and birds, and I suppose the environment has come to me via him. So he goes down all the way to Komiki Beach every morning with his camera, and in lockdown it was his ritual, and he sees and witnesses firsthand interaction of dogs, people and birds, and he's angry, and he told me the story, and I recorded him, and now I'm sitting with a giant story that wants to be told through little Benson. So there are so that's my dilemma. I am well aware of the fact that I am not alone in this, so I tap into the higher power. My reading this morning clearly helped me on this journey by saying that when I live in Christ. When I die in Christ. So living or dying, I do it in Christ. Thanks for listening. Next week we will touch on the sunflower and its role and significance in my life. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday.